good, y'all? Welcome to the At the Buzzer Sports Show. I am your host, the man, myth, and the legend. Yes, that's me, King Will.
And it's your girl, Jess, to the net, who's always right. Don't say nothing.
Here you go again. It's another terrific Tuesday, March 21st, 2023. And we're here to give you that fun insight and great sports information. Today, we will be talking about women's college basketball. We'll talk about men's college basketball. We'll dibble and dab into the WBC, Carolina Panthers, and Dillion Brooks. But first, starting off is the NBA. So, with the season winding down in the NBA, it is time now to see who is going to be our MVP candidates. At first, it seemed like Nikola Jokic was going to run away with the MVP honors, but it does seem Joel Embiid has started to catch up, and now in the MVP ladder, Joel Embiid is number one. So, Jess, out of Nikola Jokic from the Denver Nuggets, Joel Embiid from the Philadelphia 76ers, or Giannis from Milwaukee Bucks, who do you have as your MVP?
I still have Joker as my MVP. I know Embiid has been on the winning, they were on the win streak, and they have been looking great. His numbers are looking pretty monster-like, and Harden has been a great compliment to him as well, playing pretty well. And Tobias Harris, always an X factor for him. They've been playing well. I still feel like the Joker overall, his numbers are still a little bit more overall impressive. However, when Embiid did go against Joker, he did outplay. That was the first time I seen that.
Oh, yeah, hit him with what, 41?
Yeah, hit him with 41. I forgot what Joker number was. I don't think
20.
it was.
I think he had 25, 26, something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't complete buns, though. I think he had like 25,
yeah, he did
11.
Decent.
Like, decent for him is 25, 9, and 8. Like
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a bad thing, but then they lost to them as well, to Embiid and the 76ers. So, and then Giannis always gonna have an MVP. Yeah, his numbers are always legit, no matter what. And the Bucks are playing significantly well. I think the Sixers are still playing a little bit better overall during this streak. So, I'm still gonna give it to Joker though, me personally.
I say it's tough. If you would have asked me like a month ago, I would have said
Joker.
I would have said Joker.
Now it's tougher. No, now it's tougher.
It is a lot tougher.
But I still give it an edge overall to Joker. I know it's getting towards the end where it matters.
Yes.
But he's still number one in the West.
Yeah. So for Joker, the thing that works for him that makes it seem like he's going to win. 9 out of the 10 past MVP winners was leading the league in player efficient rating, right? And right now, Jokic is leading. Now, don't get it twisted. Joker is 0.10 behind him on the player efficient rate. So that shows that Embiid is starting to catch up to the Joker. Yeah. But right now, the Joker is still leading in efficiency rate. Now, if you go stat-wise, Joker right now, he is still close to averaging a triple-double, 24.7, 11.9, and 9.9 assists compared to Embiid, who is 33, 10, and 4. He has more rebounds and, of course, more assists
and his efficiency
than Embiid. And efficiency.
It's 63% for the year.
And then Giannis is close enough to Jokic. They're kind of tied for rebounds, 11.9. Of course, he has more assists, but Joker. This is the reason why I think people got to stop with the Joker hate. Is Joker a great defender like an Embiid or a Giannis? No. But is he a terrible defender?
He's not buns.
No.
He's not buns.
He's a good enough defender. 2, he's leading Denver to number 1. Now, I know Denver has been struggling a little bit, but they're still number 1 to see. Yeah. I think they were the first one to clinch a playoff berth. Yeah. That has to mean something, right? Yeah. He's doing that in a tough West. Embiid, and then to me, compared to Embiid and Giannis, Jokic's help is weaker than Embiid and Giannis, and I'm going to explain why. Embiid has Harden, who, yes, I'll admit, if you've been following the show, and Jess will say this, I said he was cooked. Clearly, I got fooled, because we all know when James Harden doesn't want to play, he'll play cooked. And clearly, he just didn't want to play. Now he's with Philly, and now he's playing to that potential.
He's not Houston Harden.
No, he's not Houston Harden.
But he's not playing.
Do you
he's
think
playing well.
Do you think he's at least, when he plays well, he's playing at a top 20 level? Yeah. Exactly. So, and then Giannis has Drew Holiday, who is one of the most underrated players, who's a top-notch defender. Let's not even talk about Brook Lopez, who was a former All-Star, former superstar. Well, I want to say former star for the Nets.
Yeah.
Joker got.
And Chris Middleton, who hasn't been playing.
Oh yeah.
Well,
All right. Chris Middleton, who, when it comes to playoff time and it's time for clutch buckets, he kind of turns into Michael Jordan a little bit. He kind of does. Look. As a Hawks fan, trust me, the Bucks beat us with Middleton, not Giannis. Everybody forgot Giannis got hurt during that game, right? Middleton beat us.
I still think he's inconsistent. He'll score 40 and then he'll.
But
score
that's his thing. That's his circle. He'll be inconsistent, but when it's time to play, I don't know. That man turns to another level. But I'm going to give it to Joker. Yeah. I'm going to give it to Joker.
I agree.
All right, second quarter. Of course, we're going to talk about men's March Madness in the men's bracket. So we're now leading to the Sweet 16, which I believe the first games are Thursday, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, the first games are Thursday. We had a lot of upsets. We had another 16 seed. The second time a 16 seed to beat a number 1 seed. The first one was, man, I forgot that team, but fairly
You saw the ones that beat Purdue?
Yeah, Purdue. They beat Purdue. I can't think of the other school, and I had that. I had that stat, but I didn't. But they had defeat the number 1 seed Purdue pretty good too. They of course lost in the next round. We also had a couple more upsets, and
they lost to FD.
She tried to look that up, but she don't want to talk about this. Also, Tennessee.
Who is the higher seed?
Tennessee just dragged.
They did not drag them.
Just made my day so great.
I don't know why UNC fans have a right to talk. They didn't even make the tournament.
It doesn't. Y'all didn't even win. I mean, y'all lost in the second round. They got drugged.
Oh, my bad. But y'all made history. Y'all was the first number 1 seed in the beginning of the year to not make the tournament. Who do that?
It doesn't matter.
Who do that?
It's all about winning the championship, right? It's all about winning the championship.
I agree.
When the last time Duke won the championship?
That don't make sense. That's like someone with no job talking about someone who.
Here you go.
Someone with no job talking about someone who got a job, but it's not the best job.
Just say you heard. Just say you heard that
you don't
Duke
make
lost.
No sense. No, I'm not that hurt because I didn't pick them to win, so I'm gooch.
That's why you hurt, because you didn't want to pick them to win. You trying to mend the fence. You trying to
here, right?
So if they would have won, you'd have been like, oh, Duke.
The championship or them being
if Duke would have won the championship this year, you'd have been repping Duke. Nah, if you love Duke,
I'm always gonna rep Duke. That doesn't matter. I don't see you repping no darn UNC.
Well, everybody know I'm a Hurricane fan.
No, I'm not.
Shout out to the Miami Hurricane girls that beat the number 1 Indiana team.
But that's for football though. Basketball is UNC.
I mean, yes, it's UNC.
Don't try to switch it up.
But it's cool. Miami other team.
Anyway, Duke lost, and I'm cool with it. Tennessee was a higher seed, and they were a tougher team. ACC was buns this year.
Sound like excuses to me.
Oh, now it is. He would have said the same thing if it was UNC who did it.
To me. It's a glorious day.
No, I have a knowledgeable brain, and I know ACC was trash this year, and they don't have no teams like Tennessee. SEC was better this year, and that's just facts. But he don't watch college basketball. Good? I know.
Oh my goodness.
So boom.
Here you go.
But yeah, so Duke also lost, it's all good. Who else lost?
So you got Duke losing, of course. You gotta let. It was 4-5. You got like Duke was like a 13 seed.
It's just a fact, though. They were higher seed. They were high seed. They were better.
Duke lost. That's all I know.
But we won the ACC tournament, though.
Oh, that's great for the ACC banner. And then you also got.
They do the ACC banner.
Duke. Hey man, I don't even care. That's the biggest upset, Duke losing. Man, we knew Purdue was gonna lose. When Duke loses, it's just a glorious day.
Because we're always in their mind. We live rent free. We live rent free in your mind. That's
so since your Duke Blue Devils are out, who is your favorite to win the tournament?
I never chose them. I said, y'all was here, right? I said Alabama. And that's a fact. You know I did. I said Alabama is going to win the championship, in my opinion. If they lose, cool. But if they don't, now I'm guessing Houston, the Houston point guard, he came back. He was looking amazing the last game. People are picking them to win because they slick like a perfect team. They have defense.
So let's see. Alabama got San Diego State. If they win
San Diego State is good.
Yeah, San Diego State is real good.
I'm not gonna lie, they're good, but I think Alabama's gonna come out.
And then you got, if they win that, is they get the winner of Creighton and Princeton.
Princeton
and then they got Florida Atlantic, Tennessee, Kansas State, and Michigan State if they reach it to the Final Four, which I think Kansas State is a sleeper.
Yes, they're really good. They're really good.
Houston, they got Miami. You got Xavier, Texas. Arkansas, UConn, Gonzaga, UCLA. I'll say my favorite right now is Alabama, only because Alabama has the one player that can win this thing, and that's Brandon Miller. Yep. Now, he has not been playing good, which has been good for Alabama. No one's been close to them, even with their best player not playing good, which means if he balls out, it's over. Houston is a good one. I still think this tournament is wide open.
It's very wide open.
It's very wide open. I mean, and this is the second time in 3 years, none of the Blue Bloods has made it to the Sweet 16. If you don't know who the Blue Bloods, that's Kansas, North Carolina, Duke, and Kentucky. Kentucky also lost in the second round. Yes, that is.
He did mention, no, you're right.
Kansas, Duke, North Carolina,
Kentucky.
I didn't
hear, my bad. I didn't hear you say North Carolina.
So this is the second time in 3 years. It goes to show how much college basketball has changed.
A lot of 5-star recruits are going to different. Well, not just 5-star recruits. There are people that they're underlooking. Like I noticed people that are like really good. Like the point guard from Houston, all that. He wasn't 5-star. He was like 3-star. Like and those those type of people go to Houston and people like that, and then they go crazy in college because
it ain't even really that. Now you used to. I think I got this quote from Bomani show. It used to be college basketball was the best basketball players under 22. Now that all these basketball players have options, you don't have the best. And even this March Madness tournament, I did not pay attention to none of the college basketball in the regular season. Now during this March Madness, I have been paying attention.
Of course.
It's been decent basketball, but you could tell there may be maybe 1 or 2 NBA players in this college basketball. I mean, no. When I mean NBA players, like players superstars that you're going to remember.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm from the age of UConn with Khalid El-Amin, Richard Hamilton, Jake Voskuhl, stuff like that.
UConn's another sleeper too.
Yeah, UConn's another sleeper. Yeah. Duke went back when they had Grant Hill, Bobby Hurd. Like you used to could name players on a college basketball team. Now you be like sad part about Brandon Miller and him possibly being the number 3 pick, I didn't hear about him until the murder charge.
Oh, really?
And that was the wildest part. I did not know he was that good till he got in that trouble. And then I watched him and I was like, oh, shoot. Okay, Alabama, I see why y'all was trying to keep him on the court. This dude is really good.
Oh, Purdue lost to a team to Fairleigh Dickinson.
Fairleigh Dickinson.
Fairleigh
Dickinson. I didn't think I was saying it right at first because me and my wife was looking. I was like, that was crazy. But anyway. So our next topic will be John Calipari in Kentucky. As I said before, this is the second time in 3 years that Kentucky has not seen the Sweet 16. That might not sound like a big deal to you, but that's a big deal in Kentucky. Just like Kentucky is in basketball, just like Alabama in football, Kentucky's like in basketball. They live, breathe, and die. Now, is it time for Kentucky to move on from John Calipari because it just seemed like he's not going to be able to do it anymore?
Maybe. I mean, the thing about him, I think they know, like his great attribute is knowing how to make players into NBA players. That's just what he's known for. That's what he's great at. That's why, if you notice, there's a lot of great Kentucky talent in the NBA right now, and that's because of John Calipari, because he legit gets them ready for the NBA. I really feel like that's what he do.
Okay, hold on. Is it really that? I mean, it's real easy to say that, but it's real easy when you recruit John Wall, Derrick Rose.
Well, John Wall wanted to go to UNC.
Okay, cool. He did, because he's from North Carolina. And he was a number 1. If you get a bunch of number 1 recruits, of course anybody can coach that. I just hate to say that.
No, I'm saying he wanted to go to UNC, but John Calipari was like the last.
Yeah, they were, because he's from North Carolina.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it wasn't like he just wanted to go to play for John Calipari.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, he gets all these great players, but I really feel like he's a player's coach, and they really like him, because he knows how to talk to them. He don't be out here screaming at them and all that like that. But is it his time to go? If he has one more season, sort of close to this, I would say, yeah.
I say the only reason why they're not gonna let him go now because he got the number 1 recruit class coming in. He got DJ Wagner coming in. Yeah. I think that did save him. Calipari, I think, and I heard this from one show and I did some research into it. One issue that Calipari ran into, when Calipari first came in the league, he used to get all the 5-star blue chip one and dones. Now that the blue chip one and dones are now more heading toward more alternative options, he tried to dip into the transfer portal. And that hasn't quite worked out for him. And I think now he's trying to get back to the roots of getting them number one recruits. And I think he's probably going to use that NIL money to try to sway more kids to come to Kentucky for a year at least and get it. Because I'm looking over now. John Calipari, he first got to Kentucky in 2010. He was Elite 8, Final Four, champ, NIT first round, runner-up, Final Four, round of 32, Elite 8, Sweet 16, Elite 8, and then he went from no tournament, 64, 32. Now, I know the fans are being impatient, but I do think the Kentucky squad next year is going to be a lot better because I do think watching DJ Wagner, that is a future NBA superstar.
When you said all that, though, like,
so,
it's not a bad thing, though.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. What people don't understand, it might. So, any other school, like Georgia or something like that, yeah, they'll take that. But Kentucky, they're not going to accept that. No, it's kind of like Alabama. Alabama fans get upset at football. In football, if they lose more than 2 games and don't make it to the championship, they be ready. I be telling folks how serious Alabama fans is, and they're just serious Kentucky fans is. They don't care who's the coach. If you're not winning, you got to go. And that's what's going on with Calipari. I think he got this last year to figure it out because he got that number 1 recruiting class coming in. He's got to make some type of noise because if he doesn't, you got Rick Pitino going to St. John's. He can get St. John's rolling, right? Tennessee got Rick Barnes. Tennessee is starting to roll, like you said. They beat Duke. Duke is coming back with John Shire. Like, he's going to have to get the ball rolling or Kentucky is going to be done. And they're going to have to move on and they're going to have to get another coach. But I think Calipari got this 1 good year left with DJ Wagner and them coming here. If he can take them to at least a Final Four, he could probably get some more recruits getting in. Maybe he can get Bronny James. Who knows? I don't know if Kentucky's on Bronny's list. I don't think
he's on his list.
But, he might could get him. Might could get Bronny's brother. Who knows? But Calipari, unfortunately, he's in a situation where the fans and everything. I don't know about that one.
They love him.
You think so? There's already been some
proof.
I'll show you the proof. But John Calipari,
the fans, but the people. No.
But I'm saying the true fans are not going to accept you not making it to at least the Sweet 16. And you have not made it to the Sweet 16 the past 2 years. Last year you was 26-8, second in the. That's all it takes. Again, they expect excellence at Kentucky. Don't be surprised if Calipari be gone if he doesn't do anything. I'm just telling you. I hope he doesn't because I think he's a real good coach and I think he's a real good recruiter.
Would you choose him over Tom Izzo?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm just asking.
But then it depends on what team you're trying to build. If you're trying to build a senior lacing team, yeah, give me Izzo. If you want me some hot, fresh, future NBA stars, give me Calipari.
Okay, cool beans.
So, all right, next is we got the Women's March Madness Tournament, which they had a bunch of upsets. They already have
the
2.
number 1 seeds out, aren't they?
No.
Besides
of course, South Carolina, who's just out here.
Okay, that's one. How about the rest?
Through. Indiana's out, of course.
Stanford's out.
Stanford is out.
Virginia
Tech still in it. So, but the biggest upset to me was Stanford. I was absolutely.
You was flabbergasted. I was shocked too.
I thought Stanford was going. I thought Stanford was going to be the one team that was going to give South Carolina a run.
No, I still think it's LSU.
And I'll give LSU's playing better. Angel Reese is out here 2020 double-doubles.
She's going crazy. I think they're going to be ready next time. Now, I'm not saying they're going to win, but I'm just saying I think they're going to be much better. But anyway, yeah, the Stanford one was the biggest shock. I will agree. I thought my girl Haley, I was like, what's she doing, fam?
This is her last year, ain't it?
Yeah,
I swear she's been there about 20 years.
No.
It felt like, I'll just say it just felt like.
This is a senior year.
I know. Year. Well, the COVID year, so I think technically this is a 5th year because they don't count the COVID year.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And then Cameron Brink, the big girl.
Yeah, the big girl.
I think this is her last year too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know what Tara. I hope Tara got. I'm sure Tara got some recruits.
Oh yeah, Stanford.
But yeah, that was definitely the biggest upset for sure. And then the Miami beating Indiana. That was big. I like Miami though. I like Miami for real. Oh, they nice. Miami. And they're tough.
Now, if I only get the football team that right. I think I'll get the football team that right. I'll tell y'all, that football team get good, I'm going to be real ignorant. It's been a long time, especially for you Georgia Bulldog fans.
Oh, my God.
Boy, I can't wait to get on y'all. I will say that, but yeah, Indiana, that was a really good game between Miami and Indiana. That was a really good game. They got Villanova next. LSU got Utah, which I think that they'll just probably smash Utah. Virginia Tech
Utah's playing well.
They are, because I see they beat Princeton 103-78, which that was 63-56. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
You got Virginia Tech with Tennessee, Ohio State. They look pretty good. They beat North Carolina. Mm-hmm. They got UConn, who's been looking good, who I think is a sleeper team. UConn is definitely a sleeper team. Can't sleep on Gino.
Never say her name.
Gino, the greatest coach in women's college basketball. Azzy Fudd.
Yeah, Azzy Fudd, she's playing great. And the big girl for them, I forgot her name. She's playing great too. I wish Paige was. I really wish she was playing.
Yeah, Paige was playing. This would be a different question.
But I really feel like they could most likely make it to the Final Four. I'm still a little bit on. I wouldn't be shocked because they're UConn, but I'm not thinking they're gonna make it. I feel like they're gonna get to the Elite Eight and get.
I can
who
see
they
them.
Facing the Elite Eight?
They got Ohio State in the Sweet 16. If they win that, they got the winner of Virginia Tech and Tennessee in the Elite Eight.
And Tennessee's really good.
Tennessee's really good. Virginia Tech's the number 1 seed.
Yes, so like I said, I really feel like they'll lose in the Elite Eight. Me personally. However, they're UConn, and you never know. So if they make it to the Elite Eight, I wouldn't be shocked. So.
All right. So who's your favorite to win?
We talked about that. Honey. South Carolina, that would be the shock of the century. Whoever beats UConn,
whoever beats South Carolina.
Well, if LSU beat them in the championship, that would be.
That wouldn't be a shock.
That wouldn't be a shock. However, I would still be shocked. I'd be like, because they're undefeated, and I really feel like that no one's going to beat them. I feel like Dawn is on a different level of coaching right now, and I also feel like Boston is.
Oh, yeah, she's on another level.
She's on another level right now.
We're going to have to talk about her as one of the greatest.
Yeah.
Later on, I say it's too early now. We got to let her career season a little bit, but I think we going...
But this is her last year.
No, I'm saying about 5-10 years, we're going to have to go back, because people, you don't want to be prisoner of the moment. In 5-10 years, we'll have to go back and look. But I definitely think...
Would you put her over Asia Wilson's career?
No, absolutely not.
Asia Wilson say if Boston wins this, she has 2. Asia got 1. And Asia has never had an undefeated season.
But you gonna have my brother kill me. My brother love Asia Wilson.
Oh, I love Asia Wilson.
So let's see. South Carolina, they got UCLA. Then if they win that, they got the winner Notre Dame and Maryland. I think they can blow it. On top of that, they're pretty much home. Yeah. They're in Greenville, South Carolina. That's pretty much home court advantage. UCLA got to go from the West Coast to the East Coast. Notre Dame, Maryland, that's not going to work. And they basically going to be in Greenville all the way up to the Final Four. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty much what they get. Now, when they get to the Final Four, they can go with Ole Miss, Louisville, Colorado, Iowa. I watched Ole Miss against Stanford, and I did think Stanford was one of the teams that could beat South Carolina. I'll say pay attention to Ole Miss. I watched them.
Ole Miss is good.
They had a really good game plan for Stanford. They sped them. They sped them up a little bit, got them out of their game plan, and they really played well. And by the time Ole Miss run into them, they won't have to run into probably the home crowd advantage of South Carolina because they will be in Dallas for the Final Four. So I say watch out for Ole Miss. Of course, watch out for LSU, but LSU better pay attention to Miami sitting right there that beat Indiana. Miami's looking real good. They got some good shooters. I think we forget about Caitlin Clark too. Oh yeah, Iowa. Now listen, Iowa been playing well, but with them it's all about matchups with them. And it's still Caitlin Clark against everyone else. You gotta once you shut her down, that's it. Yeah, and when she's on a roll, she's pretty tough to beat. I do feel like say if she get there and she go against South Carolina, they're gonna demolish Iowa because all they're gonna do, Dawn just gonna have. She probably put Thozia Cook on her and shut her down. More than likely. Look, 94 feet the whole time. Whole time. So, but they're playing well. So. All right, so we're now heading to the fourth quarter and the rundown. So, the Carolina Panthers have been making a lot of movement in the NFC South. So I had a fan ask me a question and said, hey, I'm a Carolina Panther fan. Do you think we're going to win the NFC South? So with Carolina's new moves, do you think they might make some noise in the NFC South? Dang, she laughed. This coming from a Giants fan. First off, we looking good. Oh, and Pittsburgh, please be quiet. Hold on. Pittsburgh look better than the Giants. No, we don't. No, y'all don't. Shoot. We got the better quarterback. We got better receivers.
The Pickett dude.
Way better than Daniel Jones.
We'll see.
Daniel Jones.
You want to place the bet? Place the bet in front of your fans.
$60 million for 12 passing touchdowns.
It was 15. But
15. Mahomes might do that in 2 games.
If do I think Daniel Jones is elite? No. But you want to sit here and bet in front of your fans? Come on. Bet that. What are we betting though?
Kenny Pickett is better than Daniel Jones.
No.
Kenny Pickett will have better stats than Daniel Jones.
I need something. No.
Okay.
Okay, bet me a meal.
A meal? Okay, cool. Dinner for couple.
No.
If you lose a bet, I'll take you and your husband out for dinner. You lose a bet, you gotta take me and my wife out for dinner.
I agree.
Agree. Okay. Cool.
But this is it. Not that he's better. That Kenny Pickett would have more touchdowns.
Oh yeah, I absolutely agree to that.
No.
Absolutely.
Wait, with less interceptions.
Oh no, don't change them now.
Oh no,
who's gonna have more touchdowns?
No, because you know that man gonna be throwing a bunch of interceptions.
No, yeah, he'll throw less interceptions. Bet. Y'all got it on tape. All right.
Okay, but to answer your question, no, I do not think they're gonna win the NFC South.
Dillion Brooks has received his 18th technical foul, which means he will be suspended the past game. Dillion Brooks has been in the news a lot lately, and I love it because I love a good NBA villain. But Jess, you think Dillion Brooks is a true NBA villain? When I mean true NBA villain, I'm talking like Dennis Rodman, Charles Oakley, Anthony Mason, Bill Laimbeer. You put him in that category, is he more of a troll?
This is so irrelevant. It's something he just makes my elbow itch. Like I don't know or my kneecaps itch too. Like itch. I'm itching him. Like I don't get it. Like is he bored? Like I don't get why are you talking?
Man, whatever. Find any way to stay in the league. And that's your way to stay in the league, then do it. Cause I hate this friendly stuff.
And what Clay said, and Clay Slick smashed him on that comment.
I mean,
he was like, we won't even know him, and will we ever? We probably won't.
I mean, for a counter argument, yeah, we might not know who Dillion Brooks is, but Clay, we only gonna know you because of Steph.
That's a lie from the pits. Cause them 37 points in a quarter is not because of no darn Steph. Y'all need to stop. And Steph would not even agree with that. So stop. I'm tired of this. I really am so tired of this. You can put your head down all you want to. Cause that was just disrespectful. Clayford, I don't know why William just said this about you, but
people know you because of Steph.
No, they don't.
People know you because of Steph.
That's a lie.
People know you because of Steph. Who won the championship?
The Splash Brothers with what? You gonna act like Clay? So we gonna act like Clay wasn't the best defender? We gonna act like he didn't shoot all them shots?
Draymond's the best defender.
No.
Draymond's the best defender.
Okay, fine, but not. Stop! Don't act like Clay wasn't a two-way. Is a great two-way player because he is.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Okay, so be quiet. He's more of a Hall of Famer than Draymond, and that's just a fact. Yes, he is. You don't want to agree, but it's true. Yeah, okay then. Don't play. Clayford, I got you, boo. Right. Don't worry about him. He don't know nothing. Right. He over here bugging.
That's why he look like a PBS logo.
He kind of do. He kind of do. But don't disrespect. What's next?
So we got the World Baseball Classic. If you watched last night, I know I did. That was a great game. Japan beat Mexico on a walk-off. And, of course, the United States just smashed, I think that was Cuba, 14-2. So we got the United States versus Japan. Now, Jess, you might not be paying attention to the World Baseball Classic, but, yeah, USA. Who you got? USA, Japan.
I'm going to root for the USA. I mean, but I don't know. Have I been watching? No, but I'm definitely going to root for the USA.
Not trying to get sent over, huh?
No. I'm not retarded. I'm sorry. I don't like that word. I'm not dumb. So, no, I'm going to root for USA. I always root for USA. Hopefully we can. But Japan's really, I'm sure Japan's good at everything. So, almost at pretty much every sport.
I ain't going to lie. I am surprised USA made it to the championship. I really thought it was going to be Japan and maybe even Cuba, because Cuba kind of does pretty good. Mm-hmm. Mexico got a pretty good team. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to lie, though. Ooh, boy, that Japan team look good. That Japan team looks really good. Otani's having a good game. The Red Sox got a Japanese player who's had 13 RBIs in the World Baseball Classic. They got great pitching. I hope the United States win, but I actually going to lean Japan.
Oh, okay.
Just being honest.
I'm just rooting for USA.
Because let me keep it on. Baseball is the one sport. I think basketball is a little, maybe slightly close, but baseball is the one sport, other than, of course, hockey and soccer or something like that, the United States just can't dominate. Even if they field everyone from the United States, Japan always have a good team, Mexico always have a good team, Dominican Republic, Cuba, Venezuela. I was looking at teams that were just stacked.
They like that.
And so I would not be surprised if Japan wins this. But hopefully USA win. All right, so we're running out of time, so we're going to give you a couple of things to watch for. So, of course, I told you about the World Baseball Classic that's coming on today. United States and Japan. Of course, you got March Madness is on Thursday. Of course, you always got Snowfall. But I do got a show, Jess. I was going to text you about this show, and I think people need to watch it. Donald Glover's show, Swarm. Oh, that is a wild show. I'm
scared.
Highly recommend to watch it. Do not watch it in front of kids. It's not for kids. It is what I heard, absolutely wild, though. It is a wild ride.
Well, it's childish. I'm sorry.
Donald Glover. Charles Gambino. If you watch Atlanta, you know his shows can be they make you think and they weird a little bit, but I think that's an absolutely great show.
No, I'm gonna check it out for sure. I heard my girl Chloe's on there. Her album coming out March 31st. So check it out because I rep for Chloe.
It ain't just Chloe. You'll be surprised. A lot of actors in there. It's a lot of.
And you know, Danson.
Oh Lord, Franklin.
In there.
Franklin.
AKA Franklin Saint. Power. I haven't watched the first episode. I'm not gonna lie, but I heard it's wild.
That was good.
You saw it? Okay, yeah. So watch that if y'all haven't.
Also, if you like, kind of like dramas that deal with white people, got Succession coming on March 23rd. That's a good show that I watched too. So, no. I mean, I had to tell it like that because I tell people to watch Succession. They be like, where the black folks? I was like, oh, my bad. You know, I kind of watch any show, so it don't have to necessarily be a black show. I'll just give you a good show to watch. Succession is a very good show. It's loosely based off of Rupert.
It's on Apple TV.
It's on HBO.
Oh, HBO.
But it's loosely based off of Rupert Murdoch. If you follow Rupert Murdoch, it's going to be a heck of a story there because he's a wild boy. He's a TV media mogul. So
also tell people, I'm sure William hasn't watched it yet, but the new season comes out in June. I know it's not what to watch, but if you haven't watched it, watch it. It's called Swagger. It's on Apple TV. It's fire. I promise you. It's really. I've been telling.
They already got a season out.
Yeah, they already have a season out. It's a basketball related series, and it's based on true events. Kevin Durant produces it, and it's really good.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me about that.
Yeah, I promise you, it's really good. Y'all won't regret it.
Cool. Well, that's the end of the At the Buzzer Sports Show. We are here every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please follow us, like us, share, comment. We definitely appreciate it. Appreciate the reviews. Thank y'all all for joining us, please. And we'll be back here again next Thursday. This Thursday. I am the man, the myth, and the legend. Yes, that's me, King Will.
And I'm the best, Justnet. So...
You the best on NBA 2K, maybe.
I'm the best. Yeah, I know it.
Maybe not even that.
That's what they tell me. That's what they tell me.
Maybe not even that.
That's what they tell me. Don't be a hater your whole life.
We'll see y'all.
Kenny Pickett is not better.
We'll see y'all Thursday.